me. Can't focus on me.
Hi y'all. Hey my peoples. I am Marsha Rosè and welcome to and back to my channel. So y'all, I know the last time y'all see me, I was saying I was going to start to, do my videos again once a week, but plans changed and I just haven't. Honestly, I just been living in the moment and just enjoying my life, so that's why I haven't really been talking to you guys. But I'm thinking that this time I am back. So I am back. But right now I am taking my hair down. I'm about to head out to poetry. What is it? Like a poetry night out here in my area. This is my first time going. I'm excited. I can't wait. And hopefully I meet some good people, but I'm supposed to be going with my friend. It's raining, which pisses me off because I had no intention of being in the rain, outside in the rain. But here we are. I didn't want to cancel because, I actually want to go out. Even though it is raining, I do still want to go out, so, and I did my makeup, it's all cute, whatever. But I'm still not even fully ready. Right now I'm just taking my hair out. I decided you know what? Let me just take my hair down while I'm talking to you guys. But what I was coming in here to talk to you guys about was, put my head down, was about me finally dating with intention. Last year, I swore up and down that I was ready for dating. I was ready to intentionally date and, all of this stuff. And guess what? It failed because as soon as somebody started to get really close to me, I started to fade away because I was like, this is too much, too soon. And I just didn't want to deal with it at that point, because I was still, having my little episodes of being emotional about my last relationship, as well as not believing that love was lasting. So what I was doing, the way that I was viewing love was incorrect. And so therefore I didn't have the space to actually be like, okay, you know what, this person is coming with good intentions and they're safe, and that I needed to let my guard down and actually open up fully to the person. So that was, I felt like a year was enough for me to heal from my relationship and to start to believe in love again. But unfortunately, when love tried to knock on my door, I was like, yeah, nah, I don't think it's for me right now. But last year in 2024, I had the time and the space to, focus on really focus on myself and without the hurt associated with it, not numbing the pain that I was going through, the pain from my previous relationship. It was me actually going out and enjoying myself and, just having a good time. And then throughout last year, I did a lot of concerts by myself. I did a lot of stuff by myself. And then I said to myself, I was like, you know what, girl, I think that you are ready. I think that you are ready to actually date with intention. So self said, you ready? I said, am I really? Am I really ready? But as I went through the stage of transitioning to actually putting myself out there and, starting to flirt with people again and tell people I was interested, it actually became easy. And I no longer felt guilty for doing it, because I don't know if y'all ever experienced you come out of a relationship and you're in that relationship for so long, and then you start feeling guilty for actually starting to date other people because you still feel like you're hurting that person. I had a stage of my life where I was feeling like that. So this time around, I was not. When I started to date again, I was not feeling that way. So I really started to like, ooh, I'm interested in this person. They look good or whatever. I'm going to talk to them. So I've met a few people. Well, there was this girl that I was talking to. She didn't live here. She actually lived a ways away. And I knew her on my social media for a while. You know, she was attractive. I always seen her, but it was never a time where we were able to really get invested in each other and actually, try out the dating thing. So then, I told her one day, I just went into her DMs and I was like, "Oh, you look fine. You giving BDE." If y'all don't know what that is, I'm not about to tell y'all. Just look it up. And she was like, "Oh, I guess that's when she realized that, you know what, this girl is interested in me." So we ended up exchanging numbers. And when we exchanged numbers, it was like consistent. We would talk to each other all the time. It was cool. She was pretty cool. But after the 2 month mark, I mean, after a few months, it wasn't really going anywhere. There wasn't any plans like, oh, when you want to come and see me or vice versa. It was nothing like that. So I ended up being like, you know what? I feel like we're not wanting the same things. And, I ended up stopped talking to her. We stopped talking to each other. And that was that. It was good while it lasted because conversations was really good. She felt like a really good friend. So I'm not even going to say that wasn't, I should have never done it, because I feel like it was one thing that I needed to learn in this dating process of, even though we have a connection, that doesn't mean you may be the one that's for me. So that situation happened and we stopped talking. And then I went on my solo trip. So during my solo trip, you guys, if you've never been on a solo trip, you need to take a solo trip, because when I tell you, my solo trip was so good and it gave me so much clarity. I loved every minute of it. Like I went to Cancun. I have a pretty good time alone. So I ended up going to Cancun. Great time. I did whatever I wanted. I wrote in my journal. I hung out. I met a few people, and it opened up my eyes to so many things. I cried on like one of the days that I was there, like really boo-hoo cried, but it was because my period was coming. I'm gonna just blame it on that, y'all. I'm just gonna blame it on my period. My cycle was coming, so that's why I was going through what I was going through, okay? But I cried and I was just like, I just want to just love. Like, I just want to be in love. I just want my person, because although being on a solo vacation was nice, I would have loved to at least been able to come back home to, the love of my life. So that made me start to really think, like, because I don't know if you guys watched my previous videos, but I have been with women for 18, well, now it's 19. Well, is it 19? Almost 19 years now. And I was trying to see if I wanted to put myself out there to date men. So while I was there, there was some men that was trying to talk to me, but I had no interest, like none at all. Like, I didn't feel like, oh, I want to hang out with you or I want to, anything with you. So I came back realizing, like, yeah, I may not want to entertain a man. So I ended up saying, you know what, I'm just a lesbian, something about a woman that I love, and I'm going to marry me a woman. So my journal entry, I'm not going to read it to you guys, but it was basically saying that I had some clarity on my sexuality while I was out there and what I really was interested in when it came to a life partner. So with me having that in mind and no longer confused about my, what I want to do, where I want to go, I've started to be even more intentional. So I started putting myself on dating sites, no longer having it for, both men and women and just strictly for women. And while I did that. It was like the women was coming in, and that's when I met somebody that I thought in my heart that she was the one for me, y'all. Ooh, this girl was 5'7", feminine and masculine at the same time, knew how to dress, just fly, just a fly ass woman. And I'm just like, ooh, girl. Like, it was an instant attraction. Like, when okay, so it was, I just was like, when we started talking on the phone, like, it was just like an instant, like, we were just like vibing, and, it was pretty good. And then, like, within the first week, had already made plans for me to come out there. So she did live about an hour and a half from me. So I actually drove out there to see her. And girl, yeah. Yeah. When that woman came out of that apartment building, looking the way that she did, I swore I fell in love, y'all. I fell in love immediately. I was like, ooh, this woman don't even know. I like her. But like I said, I'm very much open. I'm very expressive. So I definitely told her, like, yo, you is fine. As soon as I seen how I was touching on her, that's not right? But she was okay with it, I guess, because she didn't stop me. I was touching every part of body that I could touch with her, because, baby, that woman, okay? That a woman. Plus, it had been a while since. If y'all get it, y'all get it. So my little Willie was like, boop. So we ended up going to dinner. We had a really good time. She was pretty, sweet and open, and just what I liked about her most was she was very expressive. She really expressed her feelings, and I enjoyed that about her. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This attraction is serious. I am scared. I'm just like terrified of what's gonna happen for it, because although, like I said, I was ready to intentionally date, I still had that fear in the back of my mind that, me opening myself up could possibly hurt me, and I didn't want to feel that hurt that I felt a few years ago. So I would just tell her, communicate that with her, like, I'm I still have that part in me where I feel like I'm scared and I'm fearful, but I do want to open myself up to you. I should have never. I should have slowed down, because that shit only goodly lasted about, I'm gonna say 2 weeks. It was just like love bomb central, and then I'm not about to talk to you anymore. But I ended up, I had a phase where I was being too much of an anxious, and she was more of a avoidant. So it was like there was things that I needed, but she wasn't able to give to me. So we ended up, it just fell to the wayside. But like I said, she's a pretty good person. She was just not my person. And it took me a while to accept it, and I did get emotional because, like I said, it's been years since I've been vulnerable with somebody, and I was very, very, very vulnerable with her. So for it to not work out, it really made me sad. Once you start to put your guard down and be vulnerable with somebody, then it doesn't work out. It's painful. So that's what happened with me and that a person. So I went right back on, social media not on social media, on dating sites, talking here and there to people, and, just getting a vibe with people online. So I was having fun dating and stuff like that. So that's how dating is right now. Like, I am having a good time. I don't feel like I can date multiple people at one time. Like, I've realized that as well. Like, I can't give my energy to more than one person. Because if I like you, I like you until I don't like you and I realize that it's not going anywhere. So that's how I am when it comes to dating. But I feel like, yeah, being hurt, being vulnerable, all of that stuff is not usually for the other person. You have to realize that it's for you, because especially when you say that, I want the love of my life, I want to be married, I want to have kids, I want to have a family. There's no way for you to have all of that if you are not vulnerable. So from my experience, put yourself out there. Stop just saying, oh, I want to be in a relationship, oh, whatever. And then also saying, but love hurts and all of this other extra stuff. You ain't never going to find the love of your life, because according to what you're saying, love hurts, right? Right. So if you come into situations with that mentality and a person is there that showing you what love actually looks like, you are going to let it pass you by. So I say, do it. Intentionally do it. Be vulnerable. Let people know that you like them. Freaking put yourself out there. Just do it. And if it fails, it fails. And if it doesn't, that's the best thing ever. But as long as you have said that, you know what, I put myself out there. So that's basically all I had to talk to you guys about. But I'm about to head out now. I'm running a little late. But thank you guys for watching as always. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to like and subscribe. Marsha Rosè is out of here. Out of here.
Can't focus on